Hi, my name is Leigh and welcome back to Conscious Cooking. Today I'm with Brooke from Bodhi Restaurant and we're going to be showing you how to make a handmade rustic noodle with spring peas and a miso butter using some of my favorite ingredients from Spiral Foods.
I can't wait to make it.
I know, this is a great dish. I'm really excited to share this one.
So we have some flour, water, salt.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm going to very slowly start putting the water in as you're mixing. So once you've kneaded your dough, you're going to just get a damp cloth and you're going to place it over the top and let it rest for about 15 minutes. You're going to take it out and you're going to knead it again for about 1 or 2 more minutes.
Yep,
Yeah.
until you get a smooth, elastic dough.
Yeah. So once your dough has been resting for 30 minutes in total, so that's 2 15-minute lots, you're then going to take it out and you're going to knead it one more time and you're going to cut it in half. Now I know this feels like it's a slightly long recipe, but I guarantee it's going to be worth it at the end. Perfect, so we're going to let that rest for another 2 hours. Okay, so once you have your dough, we're going to take it, transfer it over to your chopping board.
If you like it thick, you cut it thick. If you like it thin, you cut it thin. So you press a little bit, and then you pick up the 2 ends, and then you just start. Before you add your noodles in your water,
Yeah.
you might want some oil, pinch of salt, like how to
Salt
cook.
Bay.
Yeah. And then once you're happy with the texture, with the length and everything, drop it straight in.
And now it doesn't really matter if it boils for a little bit longer whilst you're doing your other pieces of dough, because this isn't like a regular pasta where it'll go super sludgy and soft. This dish is ready because all the noodles will float to the top. It's a pretty hearty noodle, so it's okay if it's cooking for longer than you want it to. And then don't forget, always save a little bit of the pasta water. We're going to take about 1 1/4 cups out, and you can use this pasta water later on to help thicken your sauce or to help smooth it out. This is similar to what you would do in an Italian pasta. Okay, so now you're going to do the fresh portion of your dish. We're going to take some sugar snap peas, some snow peas, some oyster mushrooms, and we've taken some edamame beans out of the shell, and we're just going to place it all in the fry pan.
Yeah.
Need a little bit of oil.
Heat your pan, you've got a little bit sesame oil.
I like to use unsalted edamame, by the way, because I feel like when they cook it with salt, the pre-salted one, it changes the texture. Okay, so now we've got all of these delicious vegetables that have just been very, very lightly stir-fried. And now, what do we have?
Butter, vegan butter.
Yeah, so I like to use a Methylex butter, which is a plant-based butter, and has a really good cooking temperature, actually. White miso paste.
Mirin.
And that adds a little bit of sweetness to your dish. Soy.
Yes, please.
And just use a light soy. You don't need to use like a really heavy dark soy for this.
You just want to give a really good stir until your butter, your everything combined.
Oh, the smell is so good. Okay, so this is where your pasta water is going to come in handy. and it'll come up this really wonderfully rich caramel kind of color. It's such a simple sauce, but really Moorish and delicious, right? All the water. Okay, so once that's been cooking for a couple of minutes and you notice all the lumps are gone, we're gonna add our noodles back in.
So let it sit about a minute or two
Yeah.
until the sauce is thickened. Now the sauce has thickened, you can pour your vegetable in.
That looks so fresh and delicious. And you can see all the sauce has now been absorbed by the noodles. And you cook it just for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, until your mushroom, your vegetable is completely cooked. That's
And
it.
you're done. Okay, so now we're gonna add just a touch of lemon juice to counterbalance the sweetness. And there you have it, a delicious handmade rustic noodle with spring peas, edamame, and oyster mushrooms. Delicious. I guarantee this dish will have your entire family slurping up every last drop.